I don't want Jimmy to make sexual innuendos to me in his morning breath, so I'm not going to came up for this one. Let me make this quick. Ralph Bottles, I want you to play this video on your stream tonight. I want you to play this video, and I want you to think about a few things, right? First of all, let's think about the fact that whenever LA, the bum dot cooks me, I'll cook his ass back. I'll cook anybody who got a problem with me or who I got a problem with. Whenever you gotta cook anybody but that nigga, you get to running like Usain Bolt. You fishing now, you on vacation because you scared of Mike Mills. You are a stand-up comedian and you're running from smoke. Imagine if Dave Chappelle ran from a roast. He was on stage and somebody talked shit about him and he ran off the stage. Could you imagine what that would look like? Could you imagine the backlash that Dave Chappelle would get? And then on your stream yesterday, I think, it was all about LA. But you ain't even care to mention, you was afraid to even mention Mike's name. You didn't even, like, come on, bro. Mike has been talking about you more recently than LA. You don't say a damn thing about Mike Mills. That nigga been tearing your ass up. What if I ain't say nothing to LA? Speaking of LA, I don't have a problem talking about LA. Oh, it's easy. He would have talked about how nobody makes sense in this sector, right? Oh, he wild. You better watch what you say because he's watching, right? Well, two can play that game. For example, what about that time he called into Tammy's show at work, fanboying the fuck out of Tommy, glazing him, polishing Tommy's nuts. I got $5 for you, Tommy. Yeah, I love you, Tommy. I just wanted to call and say I miss you, Tommy. Hey. And they got a nerve to bitch and moan earlier about some goddamn, these trolls was playing on my job. It got me fired from my job. Nigga, if you didn't call Tommy, a fucking streamer on your fucking job phone, this wouldn't have happened. That's how they got your number, dumbass. Even E was like, that's some dumbass shit. So that wasn't dumb? That wasn't dumb. And that's how it's going to be. We got some history. How about the TAM? How about the TAM? That I clicked on this nigga's panel, hoping it was only going to be like a few minutes of talking, right? I was trying to be nice, not interrupting him. That's my problem. I'm too nice to these motherfuckers. And he's ranting on and on about the sector, talking about to some damn, trying to prove himself to me. About some high school shit. These hoes, I got these hoes in chat for like 3 hours straight. Ranting like a fucking old drunk man about some goddamn stupid ass hoes. That nobody but him was trying to wipe the fuck up. Could you imagine how irritated I was, like trying to end the conversation? It's something. It's a science to these hoes. Like, dude, man, I don't give a fuck about none of that. I was this nigga's goddamn therapist. Had to sit up there and listen to all that bullshit. And then he ended the show after wasting my goddamn time. Some damn, ain't none of y'all get no pussy. Ain't none of y'all, I'll get all the pussy in the world. You ain't been fucking nobody but the same one fucking bald-headed bitch for the last 4 years. You ain't been mangling, nigga. You ain't out there in the field. Okay. I'm just scratching my head about this nigga. I'm like, oh my God, bro. You care way too much about what these for somebody who acts like, he pretends that he doesn't care about what anybody thinks, but no. And I know his weakness is, being rejected, a heartbreak. Come on, man. We all remember that time. I think it was like 2018 or some shit. 2019. It was a few good years ago. To where he was suicidal because Miss L fucking rejected him. And here's what's dumb about y'all, right? You would sit up here and bitch and moan about him playing Jamila. And I'm glad you mentioned that, because I know I'm not the only one who doesn't give a fuck about hearing Jamila, because she's saying a whole bunch of goddamn nothing burgers. She's just talking about some fake witch shit and how she got powers and she's being stalked and they stalking her. But yet when Mike Mills does it, y'all all be entertained by it. Y'all all join in with him. Even if he fucking a bitch going back and forth with it, y'all still will sit up there and entertain that shit. If we could talk about Jamila all day, why the fuck can't LA do it? Make it make sense. Nothing about this sector makes sense. LA don't make no goddamn sense either. If I don't make sense, it's because the sector don't make sense. So, yeah, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit. You got cooked and he got cooked at the same goddamn time. How about that, Ralph? So when you done fishing, play this ass kicking. Peace out.